silence my phone.
Good luck on the run, Ben.
Yeah, good luck.
Thanks.
Alright. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blast the Process, the treasure block where we're raising Sega awareness, and especially treasure awareness, one of the best video game developers, personally, of all time. We're at the final run of the block, McDonald's Treasureland Adventure. We saved the hardest, biggest deal for last. And I have with me Boone, the world record holder for McDonald's Treasureland Adventure, and then also Arctic Reverie is what I always call it. And yeah, so I'm probably gonna take a little bit more of a backseat while you do most of the commentary. But whenever you are ready, Boone, we can get going.
Yeah.
You want me to count you down?
Sure, yeah.
Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, I went on one, but we're good. Alright, so this is McDonald's Treasureland Adventure. It's a great game.
Yeah, and since this is the most prestigious game in the marathon, I have taken the liberty to go buy some cheese during the commentary.
I feel bad. I was like, I'm gonna go out and get some fast food. What do I want? I'll get chicken wings. I definitely should have got some burgers.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell.
McDonald's and
Yeah, so a lot of this run is like pretty self-explanatory. A little cool hook thing to go into those. But otherwise, it's just kind of get to A to B. At this point, the record is extremely optimized. Your sum of best seemingly is only 2 seconds off for the record.
yeah, my sum of best is 2 seconds off my best time. It could be about a second better, humanly, but that's sum of best, I mean. So the record could potentially be at 20:07, but it's 20:10 right now. Not really something I want to grind for. Kind of hard.
My video capture first.
Alright, so this is the first use of a balloon. So you start with one balloon, and you're gonna get more throughout the game, and those are just used for if you fall in a pit, then you can fly out with the balloon instead of dying. And that allows you to skip a lot of things on screens, and we'll see that a lot later.
And there's actually some new tech and getting balloons recently.
Yeah, we'll see some new stuff with that towards the end of the game. Cool stuff with collisions on slanted platforms and increases the speed. Yep, that later. For now, we're ending the first auto-scroller of the game. Every level has at least one auto-scroller screen, and it's a lot of the game. Auto-scrollers and cutscenes are like half of this run, and half of it is actual gameplay, so get ready for that.
Truly the most difficult speedrun. Well, to be fair, so I also run this game, as a note. And to be fair, from what I find, the game is really difficult, tricky movement, and then sitting around doing nothing for 6 minutes.
Yeah, and to kind of show off, like, just explain how optimized the movement for this game is. Almost nothing went wrong in that first level, and world record is already possible for this run.
Very much impossible. In the beginning there, like, the second screen, I missed a damage boost, and that lost me like 3.5 seconds, so I'm already basically off world record, and then I had a bit of a mistake there and then, but this is still a good run, in my book.
So, something to note is you saw him recoil canceling. Anytime that you grab with your scarves, it just cancels all knockback. So you use that to go through enemies sometimes, or go through damaging hazardous
so I think
obstacles.
that here as well, where this enemy is here that if oh hello, I meant that enemy, but that's fine. I didn't do it there. That's an example of how to not do it. This is an example of how to do it right here. See, there you go.
As far as I know, this is the only food-related enemy in the game?
Yeah, I think so. He's a tomato or a pumpkin or something, and you can kill him, so you can buy some.
Very quick. Also, another way to cancel knockback is if you crouch, which he did against the tomato pumpkin.
Yeah.
You unironically love this game? Good, it's a good game.
This game has no business being as good as it is.
Really. Like, so, from my personal view, this game was originally, it was one of their first games they ever made. And I believe that it had nothing, yeah, it was the first treasure game. And I think it had nothing to do with McDonald's for the entirety of its production. And then they ran out of money and had to shill out to Big Burger in order to get some of that hot burger cash.
It was worth it.
Quick shout outs to the French Fry Mountains in the background right now.
Yeah, there they are. You can kinda
Yeah,
see 'em eating
that
over.
is the closest we'll get to anything that is fast food related in this game. Ronald's health is gems. He collects flowers. I'm really curious as to like what the story and like the character design was before they had to turn it into Ronald McDonald.
So this next screen is auto-scroller, and there's a shop here, so we're gonna enter the shop and then exit really fast, and for whatever reason that advances the auto-scroller a second faster. So, just a quick time save there. That's a relatively new discovery, but it's cool. And any second saved is worth getting in this game, as mentioned. So this level is a lot of auto-scrollers to start with, like this whole train section is just gonna be a long auto-scroller, and yeah.
It's literally almost half the run. It's this one auto-scroller.
The channel is currently being rated, right?
Breaking out another
Yeah.
cheeseburger real quick.
Amazing. Welcome
Hey,
everyone.
hey Brosenja. Thank you so much for the host. Hello everyone from Brosenja. We're playing McDonald's Treasureland Adventures. You joined us on the most wonderful game to have ever graced a Sega console.
And the end of the treasure block.
And the end of the treasure block. So you made it just in time. It's okay, we won't hold it against you. Because this is like 7 minutes of auto-scroller, we can just, I guess, talk about anything, really.
There's not too much to say about this. But a
One
lot of
thing to
people,
note-
do look at this
go ahead.
game as, like, if not a good game because it's McDonald's, but I think, as proven by the entire block, we just have Treasure knows how to make good games, and this follows with that. It is a very good game, and it's McDonald's. And it is beautiful.
So in the middle of the big auto-scroller segment, we have spots that aren't auto-scrollers, so this is the only point, really, that you can actually lose time. At least till the very end of this level, where it ceases to be an auto-scroller. Like we said, every level has one little bit of auto-scroller, except this one, which is the entire level.
I just noticed that the lions stick their arms out of the bottom of the cage.
Wait,
Yeah,
really?
they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Never noticed that.
Alright, so here we have to pay Birdie gems to unlock her cage, and that's necessary. And that has to advance us. There's one character every level you can pay gems to do things. In 3 of the 4 levels you have to. In the first level there's the hamburger, we don't need to talk to him, so we skip right over him.
He gives a hint on how to beat the boss.
Yeah, so every boss in this game you have to let them eat one of your health, and then you can attack them, so from a casual point of view you might not know that. So you'd have to ask him. But we're fast, and we don't do slow things. Alright, so this section is more of mostly waiting, grabbing a couple balloons for later.
We will want to collect as many balloons as we can, because later on in the run, there's a room where we use them, like a bunch of them. Although we really don't need that many. It's just kind of like a, oh, in case I fall during an auto-scroller. It's just
Yeah.
have
With all the balloons you get that don't waste time, and with all the ones that you use to be fast, you can still end the game with 3 extra, so it's really lenient in this category.
There are 3 non-meme categories for this game. There's beginner, medium, and hard. Or normal, excuse me. Medium. The sound of you eating that burger is really upsetting.
I'm sorry.
I appreciate it.
We're taking a bullet so that you may enjoy your tasty burger.
If it makes you
all
feel
that.
better, I just finished.
Makes me feel worse.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can go get more.
I think by the time that happened, we'd be done, unfortunately.
Probably.
but with their fast, perfect service,
Exactly.
there's nothing quite like a beautiful, crispy McDonald's burger.
Absolutely.
Alright, so this is the train conductor. He's a rat or a dog or a weasel. I've heard many things about him. I don't know what he is. He's one of those two things though, and I can't fall down. Alright, we're good. He's done for though. So that's the end of auto scrollers for this level. The next section is debatably one of the hardest in the game, and is the Magical City. So we're gonna see that in a moment. This next screen is the car screen. It's the official name everyone calls it. And there's gonna be a lot of damage boosting and using the scarf to not get knocked out.
I don't know, I call it hell, personally. I hate this screen. It's my least favorite in the game.
Oh, I didn't mean to hit on the top of that guy. That's fine. Oh boy.
What's even good? Is the sumo knocking the
Yeah, so these sumo
ground
guys
out of
stomp on
place?
the ground and it shifts the ground upward, and we're gonna see the sumo guys on this screen as well. And they're gonna be shifting the actual shape of this building. There's a cool jump you can do to skip waiting for these platform cycles. Hopefully I'll get it first try. Alright, yeah, we go.
Nice.
So that saves about 3 seconds, and if you fall it wastes about 20. So it's a very risky strat, but in order to get runs that are world record to world record pace is absolutely necessary, because this game is very optimized. And yeah. So this is the second boss. He's a goblin or something. That's what it is according to my splits anyway.
I like goblins. He can be a goblin.
And yeah, so same process as last time. If you do a gem, you hit him, and he's done. And he cries. I don't feel bad for him.
I didn't deserve it.
So with that done, we're on to the Magical Sea, the third level, and my personal favorite level. So here we start with our auto-scroller, and at this time, if it is admittable, I guess, I'd like to ask everyone to log on to twitter.com and tweet at Polygon to write an article about this game. It's essential.
Absolutely.
I'm on it.
Alright, so just, you know, basic template at Polygon, please make a McDonald's Turn Adventure article for at boon__7. And yeah, hopefully they'll be on it as fast as they can. Polygon's gotta be a good journalism company. I believe in them.
That is set.
Wait, what's your Twitter handle?
boon__7. So I used a boon there, I think. That just reduces some lag. I don't remember if I actually did. Also, I forgot to split. That's fine. You guys don't see it anyway. So that's the end of that particular portion of the auto-scroller, but we have another, not auto-scroller, but an auto-static, I guess. We just gotta have to wait on the screen. And,
Going left slow. What are you doing?
no. Left is fast in this game.
Welcome the penguins area. I love, and if you can accidentally hit these penguins and like knock them off and they get upset.
That's awful.
If you do that, your run is officially forfeit.
Yeah.
You need to reset.
Although I'm gonna need you to make a penguin unit for the zoo.
You really do need one, actually. This game has... I don't know if you've noticed, this game is a little weird, I say, as Boone attacks a big-lipped pirate. And it makes for some of the best emotes I've ever seen.
Shoutouts to McSquat.
Very, very good movement on that screen. Shoutouts to Node for...
yeah, that screen had like a good week period of just different routes to what was faster. Like the route as of this point, like 6 months ago, was really slow in comparison, and there was a back and forth between people, myself, Death Johnson, and eventually Node using task things on emulator on the fastest route there, and it's really fast now. Alright. And the same goes to this next room, which is sometimes referred to as hook room, I guess. The movement here is very precise, and you have to be holding left the whole time in order for it to be fast. There we go. And
Very
the hook
good.
cycle has to be very exact in order for it to be fast. Alright. So this screen, I'm going to be holding the jump button while I walk into the screen. That's just going to make sure that I jump in the first frame possible. And that's to eliminate falling in this water room, because when you fall in the water, you can't move as fast. And we're going to see the same thing happen in the next room as well after I feed Grimace. So Grimace is too lazy to move or something, he needs to eat. But as soon as you offer him food, he walks right over. Alright, so here we go. Alright,
That is-
Ghost and go in the door.
The thing that is the most related to McDonald's is Grimace eating pizza.
And I also fully relate to Grimace.
You don't move until someone feeds you.
Exactly.
And after that, you never move again.
So that's sad. He just jumps off a cliff and dies. I don't really know what he is, he just kind of does that.
I feel like he's supposed to show up somewhere else.
He doesn't. Alright,
Like-
so this is the boss of this level. His lips. I hope I get a clean one cycle here.
The one cycle is pretty tricky.
We got one jump, but that's fine. It only wastes like 2.5 seconds of that.
That is how optimized this is. We're like, oh, 2 seconds. Well, GG world record.
Yeah.
Even me, I'm in 5th place, and I have like a 2050. My sum of best is like 4 seconds below. Most people who run like at high levels on this are very well optimized.
Yeah, like right now I am 19 seconds behind according to my splits, and I have made quite a few mistakes, so that's definitely reasonable. But world record isn't something you get on like a one-off, no reset.
This boss is disturbing. I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's
Alright,
lovely.
so
How
This
could you
is-
be disturbed by Captain Lips?
yeah, Captain Lips is love. He's Boone.
I'm paying
Boone
attention to
sending
the
out
game.
messages and emotes while running.
So this is another auto-scroller, last one, unfortunately. You just kinda gotta walk right occasionally and jump. Nothing too big. I can groove the music though. I can't really do it, so I can't really dance to it, but
Can't either, so.
The music is amazing in this game, though.
yeah.
If you've never heard this game and don't even like, you're like, I'm not gonna play it. At least look up the music because it is top notch.
Yeah, I believe the person who composed the soundtrack is the same as Dynamite Headdy and a few other Treasure games. He makes really good game soundtracks. Yeah.
One thing that I do want to mention in terms of strats, we haven't mentioned it, but the idea is that anytime you want to shoot your magic, you gotta jump and then shoot, because you stand still when you just shoot while
Yeah,
walking.
so if you just shoot while doing this, you first of all stop moving and you can't shoot as fast. But if you crouch or jump, then you can shoot faster. Also, I just lag the game a lot by doing it.
Oh,
Jesus.
there goes world record.
Yeah.
Lag the game just for showing something off.
So this is a cutscene. I'm not actually moving left. I just gotta watch the arms grab me and bring me into the ship. Scary times. Alright. See if I can get the magic jump off these hands. I got it. So there's like a frame perfect jump there or something. I don't really know how it works, but it doesn't save any time. It just looks cool, I guess. Otherwise, the hands just drop you. So this room is simple, just walking left, and then this room is the cat balloon room. These cat balloons. And these are on a cycle, so if I fall off the sky, I lose like 38 seconds, something like that. And obviously that's not what I want to do, so I'm going to be a little safe with this. Yeah, so normally I could have jumped off a little earlier, but I don't want to lose this run to that. Although, I think the estimate is fairly forgiving. Also, I apologize for any background noise. That may or may not be going to the stream. Alright, so here is going to be the balloon boost I someone mentioned earlier. So, I went against that slant on the platform, and then something happens. You gain momentum from walking on a slant with the balloon. Alright, so this is the last guy with the feed gems. I did things correctly, so I have the proper amount of health here to fight this mini-boss. So this mini-boss might have some sprites that look familiar to you, because I believe, from what I've heard, these faces are in many treasure games. I know I saw them in Dynamite Headdy, so that's neat. And yeah, so it's kind of like a Where's Waldo throughout all the treasure games, and that's neat. Alright, so this is the final boss, and same process, except you can only hit him once per gem you feed him, so there's 3 cycles here. There's the first one. The second one is interesting, as there's 2 ways to go about it. One way saves a bit more time, but it requires a very perfect input, so I'm gonna try that way out and see how it goes.
I remember saying that's a new strat, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the newest strat of this run. Not currently in the world record. There we go. Got him second hit, so that's still slower. So that saves about a second, but it's really hard to get. It's in the last 20 seconds of the run. Also, time's coming up. So this is the last hit, times the enemy screen turns black. Alright. So yeah, that's McDonald's Treasure Adventure. I hope you enjoyed it. And
Trust
maybe...
me, we do.
Absolutely. This is delicious
Time.
cheeseburger.
There it goes. So that was 2032 according to my time, so not bad. Yeah.
Congrats.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Boone, for that amazing McDonald's Treasureland Adventure run. Thank you for finishing off the treasure block and showing us the undeniably best treasure game. Listen, Polygon, hit him up.
Hell yeah.
All right.
I will eat a cheeseburger live during the interview.
Stay
Thank
tuned
you.
for the illusion block, I believe.
Yep, Illusion Block is next. Just give us a few minutes.